This is the story.
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 This is the story
of
Boo Boo
and
and
Juma.
I love you, Boo and Juma.
Edan Juma in Erakrik Samuel. Juma rolada ilo lora ilo jabadamba jiluran jonta din radunjon bugu yangol juaniya. Edan jinen in parabar langarin imedan jamen in Samuel langarin. He is the sixth child out of 7 siblings. Juma rigum rutolak ilo lora mejero. While Juma was growing up, he lost his best friend, his father, Samuel Langarin. Juma was very young when he lost his closest friend. He was depressed to the point where he had to be given medicine for his depression. Juma Chugul ilo Lora Elementary School in Pajarak ilo Kilajar Alida, Kajon Taibun Labiaro Alok ilo Mejaro. Elegant Arkachang in Kamajan Chugul ilo Ponibe, Padab. Arajan Mero, Kanagayar Barwalok Jon Taibun ilo Toreo Jumar Per. Juma Rolangan Majal in Kamajan Chugul ilo Roro. Elegant and Karojalak. Aradalangan Southern California in college ilo ACC South California, which is now Vanguard University. Jumar Kataba Bun Jon Tada, Imar Kadaman in book Jon degree ilo medical. Bun Jibon Larigo Jane, Dr. Henry Samuel at his clinic. Little did he know that God had something else in store for him.
Breakthrough yung elat ilo charaman yugal karo Sherlock pun dahil ngayon kay tarot talong buro kapan pangan siya bro aga itu kan pekon dak kalau kata
Edan Boo Boo in Hilda Samuel. Boo Boo aladak ilo August 15, 1946. Age ruto dada nijin pidoro glare. Boo Boo was raised by her grandma and grandpa, Landui and Tared. Every time her mom took her from her grandparents, she would cry the whole night because she wanted to be by them every day. She took them as their own parents, and they did the same because she was spoiled by them both. Boo Boo at Jogulilo Lora and later moved to Aninidin. At Jogulilo Lora Elementary School, he moved to UPCS, Jun Jugulan Jarun Radagadon Ilowiliga. She moved to LIS when she was in the 7th grade, and moved to Rongrong because LIS moved to Rongrong, where she completed the 9th grade. After completing the 9th grade ilo Rongrong, she then went on to complete the 10th grade at Marshall Island High School. The summer of 1964, she was one of the students who wanted to go to high school in Hawthorne, California. She stayed with a Christian family that was a member of one of the Assemblies of God churches in Hawthorne. She saw the CA groups in California, and that is where she began to see the vision for the Department of Christ Ambassadors in the Marshall Islands. After she graduated from high school in 1966, she returned to Medero, where Dr. Sam Sasser was beginning the work in Calvary Bible Institute, DBI, in Lodi Village. In 1967, she went back to California because she was accepted into ACC, which is now Vanguard University of Southern California. Due to financial problems, she returned to Medero a year after. As she returned to Medero, she was interested in working at GBI, where she met her one and only special friend. Boo Boo and Juma met at GBA. Boo Boo thought Juma was a very hard guy because he asked too many questions. Juma first thought that Boo Boo was the most beautiful person on earth. After dating for 9 months, Juma decided to ask Boo Boo's hand for marriage. Juma was sure that he wanted to spend the rest of his life with her. Bubu and Juma had a big marriage ceremony on September 13, 1969. Bubu's wedding dress belonged to a missionary from Hawaii, Caroline Stewart. Reverend Namo Hermias, Reverend Sam Zanger, and Reverend Sidney Nelson were their marriage priests. According to Juma, their rings were actually borrowed. They weren't able to go on a honeymoon. Their first house was right across the church in Lora. They didn't have much, but over the years, God had blessed them abundantly. One of the toughest things they endured was balancing their family and ministry. Even if their family has gone through a lot, they still remain faithful to God and never stopped loving God. They have 5 children altogether, and they are very proud of them. They continue to pray for them so that God can help them and direct them in their life. Today, their children are married and have kids and grandkids of their own.